time.
It's that time, everybody. Hey, it's Twisted Tuesday. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday, July 9th. I hope you had an incredible 4th of July weekend. And it is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino is in the house.
Hi.
Carol, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good. I got up early, did some fishing, caught a couple catfish, some bass. It was a very productive day, 3 different lakes. Since 6:30 in the morning. So it was not that far away, but it was actually pretty good. It's glad to be here. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, and mostly it's dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show. We really do appreciate it, folks. It's going to be a good one. We got a whole week of great stuff coming up. It's showtime. Let's go to work. Wow, Leapy. Boy, that was interesting. Okay, guys. Dino Manzella from Seventh Heaven on that one, guys. Great intro, guys. Hope you're doing well. It is you're right. It's supposed to rain. It was supposed to rain at 10 o'clock, but it looks like it didn't start. It's not raining yet. Is it raining by you guys?
It's raining by, it just rained slightly,
it is
like
raining?
heavily, and then it just stopped. Yeah, it was, and now it stopped, but it looks real gloomy. It's going to probably be on and off all day, it looks like. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So how you guys all doing, folks? Let's get right to our sponsor, folks. That's right. Ace is the place. Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. Ace hasn't come up. Oh, there it is. It's a slow computer today. Norwich Displays, Evergreen, Warrenville, everybody in Mesa, Arizona, celebrating their 100th year anniversary. And they got a lot of stuff happening, folks. Thursday, July 11th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., Norwich will be hosting the Craftsman 20 NASCAR. It's the car in the parking lot. We'll also be grilling and having some raffle prizes to give away, folks. You can take pictures with it. And then on Friday, July 12th, they'll be in the Warrenville store. The Craftsman's 20 NASCAR. These are the actual cars that ran in the NASCAR race this past weekend. They're going to be grilling. People can take photos of the car. Summer deals happening now at all their stores. 50% off lawn and garden decor. 40% off all outdoor decorative chimes. Patio sets on sale. Lowest prices of the season. If you would also mention handyman service available at Norwich and Displays. Our handyman is licensed, insured. Call Norwich and Displays. Schedule your appointment for more details. And don't forget to tell them to grill your Ace off. Get $20 off any grill purchase. That's Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. It was a great 4th of July weekend. Friday was Chicago Prime, was very cool. And Saturday, of course, the Thirsty Parrot and Carol made her debut over there. You had a lot of fun. I had a ball Saturday.
I had a blast. Let me tell you, I drove 2 hours there to come home the same night, 2 hours back, which I know you probably do the same thing. I don't know if you stayed out there, but
sure.
I wanted to go. No one was going to stop me from going. Like, I really wanted to get out there, and I absolutely love that place. I'm telling you, it was so nice to put a face with the names of the people that I see commenting on the show. And so as they said their first name, I knew their last name, and I'm like, oh, I know who you are. And it was wonderful. I got to meet a lot of new people in person, and I had a lot of fun. You guys do a great job. I mean, I never stop dancing when I'm there, but
well,
2 hours there,
Carol,
2 hours back.
You made the day, and it was a lot of fun. And with a lot of people that showed up to also Jackie, Kathy, Ralph, all from the Ace Hardware family were there. Sonny, cousin Tommy, of course, Spins. Julie Toto. It was great seeing Dave and Pam, Stella, Dennis, of course. It was a great time and seeing, and they do a great job there. And it was the
Yeah, a lot
first
of
time
fun.
we're there on a Saturday. Usually we're only there on the Sundays, the day before the holiday, like Labor
Well, I
Day,
mean,
Memorial Day. Yeah.
you had lots of people. The cool thing about that place is it's in the middle of a neighborhood. When I'm looking at my GPS going there, I'm like, where are we turning in? It looks like the woods, I don't know. And then
Yeah.
all the golf carts came out, which I love that about Wisconsin and smaller towns. All the people were out
Yeah.
there in their golf carts listening to your music from like back there. And I got pulled aside by a couple couples and women in the golf carts, and they loved when you go there. They were enjoying themselves out by the golf carts back there. They were having their cocktails and sitting in their golf
It was
carts.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thirsty Parrot's nice. It's low key. It's not
Mhm.
that expensive compared to a lot of places
No,
in
not at
Lake
all.
Geneva.
Yeah.
And they have that's the bar. And then right next door is Legends, the
Mhm.
restaurant where you can order the food at. You can actually
Yeah.
go and eat in the Legends too, but it's
Yeah.
fantastic. And it was a lot of fun. And we're very happy about that. It was a
Yeah.
great day. And then Sunday,
Mhm.
me and my sister ended up at Bristol Renaissance Fair. I think I've been
Oh,
going there now for 20
nice.
years. Me and my sister for 10. We dress up. I do the steampunk. That's my character that I like. And then she does her
Oh
stuff.
my.
So it was good. It's funny because every year we do it. She pays for the limo,
Yeah.
and then I pay for the
Nice.
tickets and the food and the booze. Because let me tell you something. After your first Robin Hood, it's called a Robin Hood. You're
Okay.
gone. You're gone after
You're
the
gone.
war
What's a
first.
Robin Hood? What is that?
I don't even know what's in it. I don't even ask. I
Drink?
just know it's a drink. It's
It's a
called
drink.
Robin Hood.
Oh.
And,
Oh.
Robin Hood, yeah. So after the first one, you're already lit.
Oh
It was like
man.
two Robin Hoods were $28. So the drinks for 2 drinks for 28, not too bad. Then we had like
Yeah.
a turkey leg, and we had a beef. I mean, they had everything over there.
That's
And
awesome.
but after an hour and a half, it started raining. So
Oh, that
we were a little
sucks.
wet. But hey,
Did you take
that's
pictures?
okay.
Did you
It
take
is what it
pictures
is.
of you in your costume?
Yeah, there's pictures I posted. Yeah, I posted on my
Oh,
page. You can see
okay.
it.
I'll have
And
to look. Okay.
yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't know if a lot of people got to be into that. It's almost like medieval times. Remember that
Yeah.
where you would
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
and
Been to medieval
we
times. Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
So
that.
they had sword guy, and then they had the witches and the queens and
Yeah.
kings and
I
jousting,
like
and
that. Why not?
I do it. It's the only time me and my sister really do anything during the year together. It's something that we
Yeah.
both like, so it is a lot of
That's
fun. What
nice.
did you end up? What did you do for the 4th?
The fourth, I ended up, let's see, I went to a party for a while, but I didn't realize what kind of party it was at first. A friend of mine said, just come out for a while, we were going to go see Infinity, and then I couldn't make it out there because Gianni changed his mind. He wanted to blow off fireworks instead, which was fine. So I went to a party. Well, I thought it was going to be a party with mostly adults, a house party in Hinsdale, and it ended up being this family that lives there is 4 teenage boys, sons. So
Okay.
it brought me back. Like this party had about 100 teenagers there, and like lots of girls, lots of boys, like 18, 19 years old, 20. And I was like, man, this brings me back. I used to have parties like this at my house when my dad would go to Greece. Carol had the bash
Oh yeah.
out. Yeah.
The
So
parents
I
are
stayed-
away. You played, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But their
Very
parents
cool.
were there. It was cool. But I was there for an hour, nothing crazy. Cooked a little over the weekend. We didn't go nuts, but it was nice and relaxing having 4 days off. So, and then went
It
by
was
you.
also great seeing your. Yeah, well, it was also great seeing your son Gianni there. Very cool. Looks like he had a good
Yeah.
time.
He had a great time. He met I met great families, and I love all your followers and your friends. And I mean, I'm considering them my friends, obviously, and I'm getting to know them now, but they're all such good people, and they're like my people, and not only that, let me tell you, these women, when they were telling me their ages, my jaw dropped because they do not look their age at all.
Oh.
I mean,
I think
and I may give you
70s
some-
the new 40, right? 70s the new
listen.
40 or whatever.
In your group, it is, because I'm telling you, those people, maybe it's all that dancing and having fun and going out, but I'm telling you, they look amazing. And they're inviting me to come out with them this week, go meet them here, go meet them there. Let's go see a band. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm up for it. I'm ready to go. I feel good now. I have some hope for getting older.
I'm very fortunate. I got some great people, great fans who became friends and associates. And of course, hats off to the band. Jerry Jams did a great job. Of course, Double T, Tony Toto. It was fantastic. So it was great. You're watching Ocean's Pit, Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Guys, it's also time. It's time for another sponsor. And it's the birthday girl. That's right. Birthday girl, Mary Grievous's birthday. There she is, buying or selling a home, the perfect real estate professional, whether you're putting your home on the market or looking for your dream home. That's my good friend, Mary Grievous. Happy birthday to Mary. She's available to assist buyers, sellers, for sale by owners, expired listings. Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate, mgrievous at starkre.com or 630-688-1725. Our good friends, my good friend, Mary Grievous, celebrating her birthday. And very, very cool. Also, guys, if you're talking about Mary, then you got to talk about the Chicago Music Cruise 2025. And we just added a couple new things. First of all, it's March 22nd to March 30th, 8 days instead of 7 days. It's spring break instead of January. It's Royal Caribbean, Oasis of the Seas. Mojo's Jukebox, Tony Ocean, the main event band. Also, Ron Starr will be joining us with the band. Also, folks, Hillbilly Rockstars, the #1 country band in the city of Chicago. Seventh Heaven, the ringleaders themselves, Frankie Hollywood Rodriguez will be spinning. The Jersey Girls will be jumping on as well. It is going to be a cruise with added some more fun. And call Mary at 630-688-1725 or go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com. Tell them Tony Ocean sent you. Folks, it's 2025, March 22nd to March 30th. 8 days of fun. Florida, Coco Key, Bahamas, Carousel, and Aruba. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, Aruba alone is worth it.
That's going to be a big ass party. I really, really want. I'm not one for cruises, but I'm telling you, I'm thinking I may have to just take a Dramamine and some, whatever pills I have to bring with me.
Yeah, you might have to, because you'll have a great time. We got a great show lined up tomorrow. We got British history, British royalty. One of the founding members of the original Herman's Hermits, Carl Green, will be our guest tomorrow. Carl, of course, Herman's Hermits had kind of a hush. Henry VIII, I'm into something good. No Milk Today. They had so many hits. They were up there right with the Beatles all the way till 1969, 70 when they went there and Peter Noone left. But Carl is the main founder of the band. And we're going to have him on talking about his solo records he's got out, his tours. That's Wednesday. Thursday, of course, Laura Ocean. And then Friday, Pat DeSambo. He is the owner of the Lyric Theater in Blue Island. It's a beautiful theater. We'll find out. Theater. It's going to be fun. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Busy week. All right, guys. Weather. Nice. The weather. Oh, my God. I'm telling you. Wait, Jill, how you doing? Frankie, what's up, my brother? Albert, how you doing? In Arizona, Carol, the record, normally the high was 116. Yeah. They broke the record this past weekend, 118 degrees.
No. It's dry heat, right? But still, that is hot as hell. But it's hot as hell. It's hot as hell. Vegas was like that when I went many years ago. It was like 114. And I'm sorry. I like to breathe when I'm outside. That's brutal. Yeah.
It's crazy insane. And when you got gigs, it's nuts. I don't know how they do it. I mean, this week we got a couple gigs. We got 3 gigs outside. Thursday, we're at the concert in the park, Clock Tower in Schiller Park, with the main event band, Tony Toto, Daniel Mandy, Jerry Jams. Friday, we'll be inside at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Double T. Saturday, we're at Famous Freddy's on the water in Fox Lake. It's fantastic, 2 to 5. And then Sunday, Ocean's Rat Pack will be in Mount Carmel Festival in Kenosha, Wisconsin. That's a 3 o'clock hit, 3 to 5:30 Sunday. So, so there are going to be some shows outside. That heat, I don't know, but 118. Do you like Arizona, Carol?
No, I mean, I no, I wouldn't live there by any means. I don't like that extreme heat. Like I said, I know they say dry heat is definitely better than the humidity and all that, but no, I'm not a fan. If I can't be in water, and I'm not a fan of the desert. I'm an ocean girl, so I like water. I'm
And
not a fan.
you like Florida better than obviously than
I would like Florida better, or anywhere there's water, at least some kind of a nice large body of water. I just don't like the desert very much. It's not my thing.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's a little too hot. It gets a little
Yeah.
nuts. A couple
Right.
other things. Congratulations to Shane von Ginsberger. He won the NASCAR race this past weekend in the downtown. He won third.
Yeah.
He won last year too. So
Oh,
there's a lot of empty seats though. There was a lot of rain. I hear about that. They had the protesters, um, some protesters, but the cops came in and shut it down.
there's always going to be protest. Look, there's always going to be people bitching about something for sure. And then, honestly, I'm surprised and that we didn't hear any kind of tragedies or anything, God forbid, happening out there because Bobby's a huge NASCAR fan. When I met him, I was like, didn't know anything about it. So we would go every year and it was out here at the racetrack in Joliet, but you tailgate, have a great time, go to things. I was very impressed with how they transformed the street downtown into what they did. I really was impressed when I saw the pictures.
They did a good job with that, even though, I mean, this weekend was the most bloodiest killing
I know.
in the city of Chicago, and we're going to get a little bit into that, but it's crazy. Jill's in Indiana says, I love living in Arizona. You have a pool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you have a pool, you're okay. Yeah. If you have a pool, you're okay. Johnny Davy, what's up, brother? Long time no hear. Yeah, so interesting stuff. A couple of people that passed away, folks. John Lando, he was one of the producers of the movie Titanic, has passed away, of course, at the age of 63 years old, folks. Get this, Carol. Mm-hmm. 6 years. In 6 years, 1980 will be 50 years old. We'll be able to say 50 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, I can't. That's hard for me to process. That's hard for me to process because I am 50. And when I hear 80s and 90s, it doesn't sink in. It really doesn't.
And I had some great times in the 80s. Great music, great movies, a lot of fun. I graduated high school in 81. Yeah. I mean, to say the 80s is that it's crazy here. Also, Minnesota rookie Minnesota Viking from the NFL football, Kyon Jackson died in a horrible motorcycle crash.
Oh, I heard about that.
Young guy that was the run of his career, was so horrible. Dick Sayed, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Say it again with Alderman Dick Sayed. Tonight we're going to be hanging at Capitol Grill in Rosemont. Me and Gil and all the guys. Mikey Cigar will be at Capitol Grill in Rosemont, just hanging there. But Dick, how you doing, brother? Ronnie P, what's going on, pal? What else we got here? Also, the widow of John Belushi, Judy Belushi, passed away also of cancer at the age of 73 years old. She was John Belushi's wife, of course. John died many years ago. Happy anniversary to Gene and Dean. Julie Saratella's mom and dad would be 61 years old, married. God bless them. Today is National Fried Chicken Day. Are you a fried chicken person?
I mean, I don't go out of my way for it, but if I do eat it, I like the crispy part. I like the stuff that's bad for you.
Me too.
Crispy,
I like
greasy part. That's
I like that too.
And maybe some breast, but that's
yeah.
I don't go out of my way.
Carol, another shocking thing: 26 Fridays till Christmas Eve.
Oh my God, I don't. You're killing me with this Christmas stuff. I need to start shopping now.
26 Fridays, and it's Christmas.
I'm shopping. I'm going to start shopping now because I do it to myself every year. I'm not doing it anymore. But it's hard for me to not then give it to the kids. Do you know what I mean? Really, we just
once you get it, you have to give it to them. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they have nothing to open at Christmas Day, which I can't do. So then I buy them more stuff. So it just doesn't work out for me that way, But Christmas, no, I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm not ready for Christmas either. And a very good friend of ours have passed away, Mr. Joey Palumbo. Joey, of course, when Sammy and Mr. P, Palumbo Construction, all those years ago. And Joey was a great friend. He was sick for a while. And we just found out he passed away on 4th of July. So our prayers go out to the Palumbo family. Joey was always a good guy. And Sammy, I see every now and then. He's going to be 70 coming up in August. And, of course, his father was the best. So our prayers go out to the Palumbo family. It's sad. It really is sad, folks. I mean,
yeah, it is.
It is what it is. Guys, it's coming to that time again. It is, sponsor time, folks. That's right. So, Corelli Pavement Service. You met Sonny, of course, David Gurilla. Corelli Pavement Service is family owned and operated. Their service includes Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, specializing in parking lots, doing both asphalt, concrete work. They do repairs, replacement, seal coating, crack filling, lot painting. They're a 5-star rating. Call them at 815-271-5835 or go to their website at GorelliPavementServices.com. And then let's get right over to my good buddy Jack Vena Landscaping. Yes, they offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring and fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They also offer plant design and service and installation. Jack Vena Landscaping has been serving the North Shore for over 44 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266. Ocean's Pit today, Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. It's a great day. It's Tuesday, July 9th. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. A lot of crazy stuff. What's going on with Encore, Brandolino Encore Music? Anything?
Yeah, same old, just doing the summertime, jam classes are still going strong. They're doing that 8-week sessions at a time. Believe it or not, it starts soon. Like within the next few weeks, people are going to start signing up again now for school, like band. And it happens like a month in advance, so everything's kind of gets pushed, quickly through. So we're just doing that. And, you can go to brandolinomusic.com or you can call them 815-729-2858 music lessons. It's a one-stop shop for anything musical that you need, DJ equipment, lighting, everything. Bobby will help you. He'll take care of you.
Also, Carol, if you get a chance at the end of the show, private message me and we'll put a little thing so we can bring it up on the screen. So I can put down the address and everything on there so we can bring it up there. Yeah, we'll put that up there. Little headlines, some funny stuff. Corny jokes. You ready for a good couple corny jokes to make you smile, I hope? Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is green and sing? What is green and sings?
Oh, God. I don't know.
Elvis Parsley.
Green. Oh, my God. Okay.
Oh, you guys are crazy. What is the most musical part of a fish? Its scales. Oh.
That's some good dad jokes right there.
These are real bad. This one too. What do you say to the musician playing the triangle in the orchestra? Thank you for every ting. Someone had to make this up screwed up.
I got one. I got one for you.
Yes.
I got one for you. Because I look up these things because you always got these. So I got it now at my screen.
Yes.
The man approached a very beautiful woman in a large supermarket and asked, I've lost my wife here in the supermarket. Can you talk to me for a couple minutes? And she said, why? And he said, because every time I talk to a beautiful woman, my wife appears out of nowhere.
See, that's a good one. That's a hit right there. See, I love that stuff. Lisa, how you doing, my dear? Yeah, Lisa, how you doing, my dear friend? I hope you're doing well. Lillian, what's going on, honey? Watching Ocean's Pit with Twisted Tuesday. Carol Brandolino. House Bill 5507, meanwhile, formally removes several technical barriers to the process of changing legal gender on birth certificates for Illinois residents born elsewhere in the country. Carol, what's your thoughts?
So they're going to be allowing people, they're signing this. I read about this for them to change their gender on their birth certificate. On
the Illinois birth certificate. If you're from out of the,
Yeah, no, I know. I don't agree with that at all. Not one bit. You have to know what gender somebody is for many reasons. Medically, let's just talk about that. I mean, let's just talk about medical and what's on the inside, what might be going on the inside, right? With your organs and this and that and whatnot. Anymore, just people look, if they think they're animals, people walk around, these kids acting like actual animals, like you said, these furry
These
people and
furries,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I just think people have some very, very serious mental confusion and issues because why? Why do you need to change your gender? You could feel and act any way you want to. I don't know why it's not going to make you any different unless you actually get whatever surgery on the outside. I don't agree with it. I think it's a dangerous thing to get into. I really do, to start
Carol, the
changing
problem is,
genders.
what I'm trying to say, Dick, to answer your question, Dick, we'll be there tonight. Dick saying we'll be there tonight with the boys. But what I'm trying to say is, where do you find this stuff? Where does a young kid, where do they find this information? I know it's on social media. What do you put it in and it tells you? I mean, I know TikTok is horrible. I don't even belong to TikTok, but
it is.
Where do they find this thing? And where are the parents when they're looking at, and they're even when they go to their mom and dad, say, "Hey, what is this? Can I do this?" Or right?
Well, here's the thing. As a young, when my kids were real young, I talked to them about things even when they were like 3 and old enough to start understanding certain things. I mean, yeah, okay, you're a boy, you're a girl. That we weren't even worried about that at that time. This wasn't even a question, right? But we did talk about, or I did, about, your private parts, and nobody should be ever touching your private part. Like, listen, unfortunately, that's something you have to teach your kids from 2 years old now, 2 or 3, when they can understand you. So yeah, it starts at home. You have to talk to your kids. They have to be able to be comfortable enough to ask you certain things, because so many things are taboo now. Oh, you can't talk about that. Oh, you can't ask that, or it's offensive. You have to talk about things. You have to let your kids know, but parents let iPads and social media babysit their children, unfortunately. And it's not always the parents' fault, because they got to work, or it's a one-parent home. And so we have to do better. I think, to be honest with you, companies should offer daycare within the company. I know some do, but they really should, because nowadays, since it really is a 2-person workload in the home, and single moms are rampant, unfortunately, or the mom has to work too. They should be able to. I know people that spend $2,500 a month on daycare. What's the point of working? Why? Unless you're getting your health insurance through it. Other than that, there's no point. You're literally working to have someone else raise your kid. I feel bad saying that, but $2,500 a month? How do you afford that?
Well, the thing also is, I mean, right. And sometimes they're going to get closer to that teacher or those people than they are you. Right?
They do. Yes, absolutely. They get attached, especially if it's and you pray they do have a good person at that daycare, that is teaching them. You have to do your research on daycares, or know the people the best that you can. But I'll tell you what, I'd want cameras everywhere, because you see people that set up cameras.
Yeah. What if the daycare teacher, giving the kid thoughts and stuff that your family morals and stuff don't agree with? And you
take them out. You take them out, or that should be part of a contract. Listen, I hate to say that, because I feel like a Karen when I do that, when I say that, but if it has to be written in a contract, then you write it in a contract. Or, my kid isn't here to learn about political or gender issues or anything sexual or anything like that. They're here to just be, make sure they're safe, to learn the basics. I don't know, anymore. It scares the shit out of me. I'm very lucky. I had my mom to help when the kids were real little.
Sure. Yeah.
But I was I was still a stay-at-home mom, and I worked a couple nights a week. So during the day I was home, but if I didn't have my mom, I don't know what most people do. They, very lucky. But if you don't,
when does the daycare cut off? What age does daycare cut off?
Well, I think they have a lot of, I'm guessing probably before 4 or 5 years old, I'm thinking, because then you go to kindergarten usually, right? Or preschool. Yeah. So then there's daycares, and then there's preschool, and then there's kindergarten, right? So look, I don't know anymore. It's scary, but you got to be real careful who's teaching your kids, who their kids are getting close to, who they're listening to. Really who they're listening to, and then talk to your kids and ask, what did you learn today? What did the teacher say? How did they, what are they talking about? You're going to see if your kids talk to you, but you got to talk to your kids. People don't talk to their kids anymore.
Right. Let me ask you, your kids are older now, but if they were younger, did they go to Catholic school?
No. They went to public school, but it was, I don't know. I have to say it was right there in between because they did have, they were a little more strict. They did the Pledge of Allegiance every day. They were with at least what I believe in
Yeah.
and how I would like my kids to, be taught. So we were very lucky to have the school district be in the school district we were in. But it was a public school. I went to private school, Greek
Yeah,
school.
but I'm talking
like
about this day and age. If you had to do it
no.
again, this day and age, what's the purpose of going to a Catholic school these days? I mean, the way they're not trying to. Nobody wants to talk about God. They don't want to teach God. It's completely different. I don't know how many people still would bring their kids to a Catholic school this growing up now, or they just go to a public school. I don't know.
This is my theory on that, or my thought is, now how shitty and crazy things are in public schools, anything goes, right? So public schools are funded largely by the state. Obviously, they're funded by the state, or so they get money. Now, private schools, they can do what they want. They are not told or bound by anything because the state is not funding them. Private schools, a lot of the parents fund it. A lot of the people whose kids go to school, they're funded. There's nothing great. There's things that are negative about private schools too. I'm going to tell you, but where you're sending your kids, and the schools know where the money's coming from. Okay. So listen, they're going to, by and large, probably really listen and accept what the parents that are paying for this schooling want and don't want in their kids' lives, and how they want them either taught or not taught things, So private's the way to go if you can afford it. And if you can actually, that's the only way, because in public school, when I tell you the things my kids come home or came home and told me that what they were seeing and hearing, whether it's in the bathrooms, the hallways, the buses, buses, that's the one thing I would have changed. Even though, we lived 5 minutes, 10 minutes from the schools, they wanted to go on the bus. The stuff that happens on buses and that you hear on the buses are probably some of the worst, because there's one bus driver. No one, they can only pay so much attention.
And the bus driver's got to concentrate more on driving than he does anything else. So he can't, be babysitting. Right.
Well, buses, if you could drive your kids to school, I'm telling you, unsolicited advice, drive them to school, because the buses right now that's where they're hearing and seeing a lot of really messed up things. I've heard it from kids. I've heard it.
I mean,
it's bad.
It's got to be crazy. Ocean Spit, Twisted Tuesday, Carol Brandolino. The fact that Hooters hasn't launched a home delivery service called Knockers seems like a missed business opportunity to me.
I mean, that's funny.
That's funny. Some of you, Jimmy Pearson said that. And here's another one. The first thing a cult does is to tell you everyone else is lying.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'm feeling that stuff happening more and more each day. What about this one? Soulmates or souls. They don't meet by accident, do they?
Okay. I'm going to go, I could go down a rabbit hole on this, and this is just who I am.
Yes.
I do believe people meet for a reason. I believe paths are crossed for a reason. I was just looking up last night. It's so weird that you're saying this right now. I was looking up reincarnation and deja vu, because I'm always looking for these explanations for things that seem to have no explanation, right? There's no, you don't have an answer. But yeah, I do believe, and I was going down the rabbit hole, and it says that souls do eventually make their way back, or when one soul is gone, it's born into a new, the soul comes back, but in a different body or a different entity. I don't know. But when they say when you meet somebody, I don't know if this has happened to you before, instantaneously you feel super comfortable, like you've known them your whole life. You're like, boom, it's right there.
Right there.
I think that's happened to me a few times in my life. Where
do you believe it's somebody else from your past that came to take that place, maybe, and as another person?
It could. I think that could be it, and I also think that maybe it could be just you did know each other in a previous life. Look, how long has this world been around? Listen, things are, plants die. things die in the soil, they grow back, they come back. Like I don't know. There's too many inexplainable things for me to not at least hope maybe that there is some kind of truth there. So yeah, I can go down a rabbit hole on that. I'd love to learn more about it because
I would like
deja
to learn
vu
more about
happens a
that
lot.
too. Frankie Seta,
Yes.
singer here in Chicago. Frankie says, Carol, look up string theory. String
Okay.
theory later. We'll definitely look at that.
Okay.
Tony Bisac. I've not seen Tony in a while. My fitness trainer asked me what kind of squats I like to do. I said, Diddy. Diddly squat. Okay.
Diddly squat.
Tammy, private school is the way to go. You also want high quality, explore different centers. Good point.
Yep.
Good point there, Tammy.
Yep.
Like all your inputs, guys. Let's get to political. I know political every now, it's been big right now, but listen to this. Democrats don't get to just pull Biden. They just can't remove him and put someone else in there. His dementia has been known.
Right.
His dementia has been known since the day they hit him in the basement. They got caught. Now they're scrambling. Heritage Foundation already committed to allegations in order to challenge his removal. If they want him gone, they need to invoke. Wait, this is interesting. If they want him gone, they need him to invoke the 25th Amendment, and then we need congressional investigations into who knew what and when.
Yes.
Because whoever has been running this country for the last 3 years wasn't elected by the American people, and we should all be demanding answers. Anthony Melchiotti.
Listen,
wow. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. Go ahead.
No. I went to bed last night listening to like Alexa, because I don't have normal TV, I'm streaming, but like a news station, and they were talking about 8 visits from Parkinson's doctor within 8 months, right? To the White House. That's all I kept hearing. I fell asleep listening to that. Today, when I was just kind of looking through my phone, reading some stories, now they're saying that doctor was not going there to see Biden. They made they quoted him not going there to see Biden. There's a lot of military personnel on the White House premises and people that work there that they are there to see. Obviously, you're not going to get an answer because then you're going to violate HIPAA laws. They
violate a lot.
That's right. You can't do that. But here's the thing. We're never going to know. But I guarantee, like I said a couple weeks ago, whatever doctors knew that's a problem. If you know this person is not, like pleading insanity, almost like you're not going to put somebody or put a child back with a parent, that God forbid this child could get hurt.
Exactly.
Okay? So
they're hiding a lot of stuff.
The blood is on your hands.
Yeah. They're hiding a lot.
And he doesn't want to step down. He said he's not stepping. He's very he's an egomaniac too. Listen, I don't think there's a politician that isn't. Listen, it's part of the game.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree 100%.
That's the person, okay? But he's rejecting it, even though Democrats are asking for it. He's rejecting it. He's not stepping down. But his wife, the karma train needs to hit that. You know what she is because
Dr. Jill.
It's sickening.
Dr. Jill is about as good as a doctor as Dr. Seuss, and I'm going to tell you something. I don't even know. I don't get it. Kim Peterson LaFew. Kimmy, how you doing? A great singer in Chicago. Great job, Kim, Toto, and Danny up at Tavern on the Point on Sunday. You guys did a great job. Always Swinning says 81 million idiots still support him. Unbelievable.
They might say they're supporting him, maybe to save face, but you know what? Who's in that voters booth is you and that piece of paper.
You in that booth, yeah. If it's done right, we were just talking about.
If it's done right.
If it's done right, we were talking about the city of Chicago this past weekend. The great city where we was talking about 66 shot, 12 fatally on a bloody extended 4th of July weekend.
Yeah,
66 shot. And you know what I hate? I hate to say this, but it's all in the Black communities, the African-American communities, and they're almost like they're killing themselves.
It is, and that's the problem.
Whatever they're doing.
Right, but that's the problem. That's why they're losing that African-American vote. the Democrats. They're losing it because they're starting to see that they don't give a shit about their communities. They don't give a shit about what's happening to them.
What
in these
about their
communities.
mayor? What about their
Right.
African-American mayor? Should be doing something for his people besides the people of Chicago as mayor. How about your people too?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
people in
It's a
general to
bloodbath.
be safe. I don't get it.
Yeah. No, it's a bloodbath, and they don't care about their people. And how many police lost their, they're not, well, police aren't policing as much as they used to, because why
Correct.
should they put their lives on the line? Listen, I don't blame them. I really don't blame them one bit, because they're just not, it's not even that they're not appreciated. Forget that part of it. Okay. But also, they're putting people behind bars, putting their lives on the line. And then they let them out with a slap on the wrist and, okay, now you go ahead, go back out there and commit more crime. So it's going to get real messy, even more messy before it gets better. Praying
Well,
it
there
gets
you go.
better.
I like what Dennis says. Take the cuffs off the cops.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're
the cops
handcuffed for
didn't
sure.
do anything.
Yep. They are.
And Albert
They
made
are.
sense. It's on the south side of Chicago mostly. That's where it's happening. Richard Hamlin,
Yep.
how you doing? Rosanna Caputo, some are saying that they will vote for Biden in a coma before they would vote for Trump. They don't care about our country. They just don't like the guy. They just don't like the guy, right?
It's irresponsible to do that. And I know it's really hard to, it's very hard to make that decision when you just hate someone so much, but deep inside, what's right is right.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what's going to cause the biggest issue. People that inner, drama within that they hate so much, and they're trying to talk about how terrible hate is, but they hate him so much. So that's hypocrisy.
It's almost like they know him. It's almost like they know him personally, and he probably stabbed their kid, stole from them, cheated. I mean, they don't even know this guy. They just know him from television and in his mouth. And does he get crazy sometimes?
Yeah. Okay.
But you know what? He's been. I think he get
and
a great.
What president hasn't cheated? What president hasn't? Honestly, if they're even talking about this idiot that he was supposedly with a long time ago, the hooker, whatever her name was.
Stormy Daniels, right.
Listen, the people that we loved, that the Democrats loved the most, and actually even most people loved the most, was John F. Kennedy. He cheated. We know this.
John Kennedy and Robert Kennedy both had Marilyn Monroe at the same time, or at different times. And the rumor has it, if you do your studies on this, supposedly, and I don't know this for a fact, but we don't know. We'll never find out the truth. But supposedly Marilyn Monroe was pregnant with either Bobby's kid or Robert's kid, and she didn't want to let the baby go. She had to go.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't doubt things like that. Look at Clinton, what he did in the Oval Office with an intern. Listen, my brain hurts when I hear these people talking about Trump. Now, honestly, I don't think I've heard. Or don't you think if there was some big dirt on this guy, it wouldn't have been out there already? It's not there. Oh, it's not there. So listen, you're making shit up because you need somebody to look bad just because you don't like his personality or his ego, or you think this. And I'm sorry, but if you're just going to make this one vote, listen, I've lost friends because of this. And you know what? It is what it is. Not friends, but like, Facebook bullshit. I'm not about telling women what to do with their body. I am a woman. I don't want anybody telling me what I can and can't do with my body. Okay.
Correct.
But I am not going to vote on that one thing, because you know what? I have also heard people say, I have heard girls have conversations amongst themselves when I was working in different industry, literally like it was saying, hello. Oh yeah. I had 4 abortions. I had 4 of them. I had 3 of them. Like it was like I was saying, give me 4 pancakes, give me breakfast. And you know what? I don't judge people that do what they have to do. There's reasons for things, but when I start hearing, I had 4 of them, I had 3 of them, you know what? Then at that point, you're irresponsible. There's birth control out there. They're using abortions as birth control. I do understand that it's something that is definitely needed in circumstances, for sure. Listen, whatever but the taxpayers, guess what? Should not have to pay for it. That is something I agree with. You know what? It shouldn't come out of taxpayer money. It should. I'm sorry. It
I
just
agree with you on
they're
that.
not.
I agree with you on that. And Roseanne Caputo says he's the most investigated person in history.
I believe
And
it.
they investigate and they investigate
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
investigate and
yeah.
they find nothing except
Nothing.
Stormy Daniels.
Right,
Please, Mel
right.
Lennon Reed, how are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. All right, what else we got here? I mean, it's amazing. All right,
Yeah.
this is interesting. A lottery winner wore a Scream mask to claim the jackpot, hiding his identity from the relatives. Some lottery winners go to great lengths to remain anonymous, and one person who hit the jackpot just took that to a scary new level. A winner of the Super Lotto in Jamaica wore a mask for 1996 horror movie Scream to pick up his grand prize last
Oh
week.
my God.
Now
Well,
you gotta ask yourself, now, Carol. People know you.
yeah,
People know us. If we won and we got every nook and cranny, every fifth cousin that you probably never knew
yeah,
you had is going to
sure, of
call you.
course. I
It
wouldn't
is
want everybody to know. Honestly, I wouldn't put it out. I wouldn't put it out there in the open. Obviously my immediate family, my close relatives, people I talk to, I would tell them. You know what I mean? But no, I wouldn't put it all out in the open, especially if it's like a ridiculous amount of money, because
yeah,
you're going to be targeted real quick with a lot of
very
things.
quick,
A lot of
very
things. You know
quick.
what I mean?
Danny
You know,
knows that. What's up, brother? How you doing? Dennis, tell them to use birth control or their partner to use a condom.
I mean,
Wait,
hello.
yeah,
It's pretty
hello.
basic.
This is good. Kim Peterson put a good one here. Studies show if a woman had an ultrasound just prior to an abortion, a very high percentage will change their mind.
They may look,
They may. Yeah,
they may.
very good point.
Yeah, it's a tough look at. That's something that's not easy to talk about because you don't know what people are going through and what they have gone through. And I appreciate people's, that's their individual, that's their body, that's their
Yeah,
story.
sure,
Look,
sure.
I'm not here to tell people what to do, but I think judging on that one thing when you're voting and gender is just irresponsible because this is not what the president is here for.
Correct.
It's not.
Absolutely.
You know,
I totally agree. Felix Greco, what's up, my buddy? Again, mass shootings plagued Chicago over 4 Now there's at least 71 people were shot, 11 faithfully. Incidents occurred 3 mass shootings, with most tragic in the greater Grand Crossing, killing 2 women and an 8-year-old boy.
yeah, caught in the crossfire. Listen, caught in the crossfire of. I grew up on the south side of Chicago by Market Park. Okay, it was a very scary neighborhood at the time.
Sure,
It was not terrible, but there was a lot of gangs at that time. Now, I mean, look you're talking 5 miles, 6 miles from Inglewood. Was not a good neighborhood. Okay, like a lot of shit happened back then. Now, I won't even drive my kids to go see where I grew up. I have in the past. I won't now.
Yeah.
There's no way because the crossfire is where you're going to get in trouble. And I feel sorry for kids that are born into these neighborhoods because they have no control over it. They're born into it. And this is their life.
Correct.
It's literally survival mode from birth. So I do understand that their lives are like this, but this is where the politicians then should come in and try and help these communities. There's a lot of people out there willing to help, but they're not doing their part at all. The politicians.
They're not stepping up. Now, Felix Greco, abortions, gay rights, and guns are wedges issues to divide Americans. We might not always agree on everything, but we do agree on is we want to keep America great moving forward and being the greatest nation on this earth. Felix, you're absolutely right. I mean, we got to take care of the United States. We got to fix it now before it gets worse, before we get to that World War III, which could be very, very scary.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Here's a funny thing. Governor Newsom, Gavin Newsom, who's the governor of California, they were saying he might step in for Biden. He's so gone. He endorses Donald Trump for president as he slips up and calls Donald Trump a man of decency, honor, and integrity at Joe Biden-Harris campaign event in Pennsylvania.
What? I've not seen or heard of that yet. He's going to be nailed to the cross tomorrow.
What? Oh, sorry. What were you thinking there, my friend? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Look at this.
In trouble.
Here's another thing. A man records, this is interesting, records his identical shopping Walmart list from 2022 with 45 items. He ordered the exact same stuff. He had an old receipt and went out. 2022, 44 items.
Oh, okay.
$126 in
Right.
2022.
Mhm.
45 items. In 2020, same 45 items, $414. The same basket of goods nearly quadrupled in price in just 2 years. That alone,
Just
that
that.
alone should tell people to vote to
Right.
somebody else and
Right.
bring in Trump back. Just
Ex-
that alone. Forget the
it
gas.
should.
Just that alone.
People are
Just that
feeling
alone.
it. People are feeling it in their pockets for sure. At least the people that are working, that are working to make money on a daily basis, they're feeling it. And I'm telling you, if you don't vote the right way, I couldn't sleep at night. I would be so disgusted with myself. Sometimes we have to make decisions. There's people we don't like sometimes, and you know what? If you know they're the best person for the job, you have to suck it up,
You
bite
have
the
to
bullet,
suck it up
and
and
do
have
what
them
you
do
have
it.
to do.
I agree with you. Stella, how you doing, my friend? Nina Tierney, hi, honey. How you doing? Yes, birthday to Tom Hanks, which is his birthday day too. How about this Trader Joe's? I don't know if you guys shop at Trader Joe's, excuse me. But if you bought Trader Joe's mango tangerine scented candles, don't light it. It could kill you.
What?
Trader Joe's recalls candles with unexpected issue.
What's in it? What?
WGNTV.com. Put it in. WGN News. Thank you, Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair, Gigi and Michael, for all your crash auto repair needs. And Danny Maggi from Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street. Buy local, shop local. If you bought a Trader Joe's mango tangerine scented candle, don't light it. It could kill you. So you might want to Google that. I don't know if you,
Okay.
yeah, let's get some of those candles there and
Yeah.
see what happens here. And then we're talking about everything, the prices going up and then inflation. But here's something too that's a little crazy. And I agree to this a little bit to this point. General Mills just paid $300 million divided into investors, bought back $150 million in stock to enrich executives and investors, and pays its CEOs $16 million a year. It makes $2.1 billion profit. It's raising prices on cereal 20%. That alone is doing it, and it's blaming inflation. Some of these CEOs shouldn't be making the money that they're making. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I'd say this is very weird. This actually shook us this weekend. Bobby's aunt lived on the corner where we just moved from about a year ago. And we lived on the same block we were there for 20 years. So we were in a small duplex. So there's obviously somebody attached to us. We knew the people for years that were there. They moved out months after we did. The owner of that duplex sold theirs too. Once we sold ours, whoever moved in, I got a phone call. Bobby's aunt said, "Did you hear what happened at your old house? Like the one attached to you." Sure. So the guy was murdered. He was murdered. It was a guy that owned it, 30 years old. He lived, I think his girlfriend lived with him half the time or all of the time. I'm not sure. I'm getting information as we go, but it shook us because we lived there for 20 years. It was attached to our house. We knew a lot of the people that lived in that next door to us, a couple different, for one for 7 or 8 years, the other one for like 10 years. Yeah. We didn't know this guy, but what happened was they held her it was the man got killed. They held her for questioning. That was the last I had read last night. Then this morning when I looked on the patch, it had said that she is not at this moment going to be held for any criminal charges, but it didn't say she didn't do it, but I think what happened is because they did mention he had in the past had a restraining order
on her.
Well, she had one on him.
On him. Okay.
So she was, I think he probably did. I'm guessing he did something. She stabbed him to death. She stabbed him. Listen, I have heard of more stabbings than I have, not shootings, but so many more stabbings I have heard of. You just saw when something happened in Naperville, a man stabbed his wife to death. Yeah. Listen, people are losing it, okay? And these are crimes of passion. They're stressed out. There's no they can't afford mental health because, they're not getting enough. We can't afford insurance. Even people some of them that work can't afford it, but people coming in that aren't from here are getting free counseling, therapy, medical. This is the problem. Like if they don't
And
think that this is
especially if you're
stemming from
adding, yeah, you're right. If you're adding substance and stuff, substance abuse to mental health, if you're drinking or drugs or
yeah,
anything like that,
yeah,
some even, I know this sounds crazy, but some people are even going to the shot, that shot that they made people take. Who knows what it's doing to people's bodies? I
yeah,
don't know. I mean, there's so much crap that's going on in this world. Nothing would surprise me right now.
no,
Nothing would surprise me on
mm-mm,
that level.
no,
That's the way it is. My friend
yes.
Erica, great seeing you Saturday. My good friend Erica at the Thirsty Parrot. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. How about Deutz Power Center, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years? That's Deutz Power Center. Call my buddy Sal at 224-276-6550. And let's not forget also our good friends from Airtight Windows. Louis Pipes knows how to do it, folks. If you're looking for windows or sidings and you're looking for want it done right, you do it right with Airtight. For honesty, quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. Serving the Chicagoland area for over 35 years. Do it right with Airtight. Call Louis at 708-788-5000. And Louis Pipes will give you some great deals. Mention Ocean's Pit, and you're going to get yourself some good deals there and good service by a great company. All right, so we're talking about some crazy stuff in this world, and we love all your answers. How about something a little funny here? An 80-year-old lady was married for the 4th time. A newspaper asked if she wouldn't mind talking about her first 3 husbands and what they did for a living. She smiled and said, my first husband was a banker. Then I married a circus ringmaster. Next was a preacher. And now I'm in the 80s, a funeral director. When asked why the 4th man had such diverse careers, she explained, I married 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to go.
Oh, I love that.
You guys with your funny stuff.
Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is super quick. A husband says, why do you keep reading our marriage license?
Yeah.
The wife says, I'm looking for an expiration date.
I love these jokes. I love these jokes. Jerry Jams is watching. What's up, Jerry? Great job this past Saturday at Thirsty Parrot. And we were talking about NASCAR, which was really weird. They had the bands play on a different section. It was so far Keith Urban and some of these guys barely played to any crowd whatsoever because nobody was walking on that side. I mean, it was crazy. Yeah. Let's see. I waited till later. 1 o'clock was way too early for big headliners like Buddy Guy. They went on at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Buddy Guy, Keith Urban. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it was successful to the point, but I don't know.
But if the music isn't set up where people are going to see it, it's a fail. Unfortunately, look, those are really great names. Those are big names, and people are going to go for that.
Yeah, Buddy Guy, great blues guy. Keith Urban, huge. Does anybody know what the letters in the word Wi-Fi stand for?
Oh God, I feel stupid right now.
Wait a minute. Don't, because one lady says, I was watching Jeopardy. Wi-Fi doesn't stand for anything. It's just a made-up word. It does not stand for anything. And people are guessing on this site what it meant, wireless fidelity, this, that.
Okay,
no, it doesn't mean anything.
Good, because I have no idea.
Mean anything. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. All right, one last thing real fast. What tastes good, both warm and cold? Carol.
Oh, coffee.
Coffee? Good,
yeah,
good.
I guess pizza.
Pizza, pasta.
Pasta.
Yeah,
pasta. I could do cold. Yeah.
Even a sandwich. You put it in melted. Wine.
Okay.
There you go. Wine works. Oh, I like that.
Stella put the wine there. That's what made me think of that wine.
Wine works good. Yeah. See, you guys.
And by the way, Tony Toto, he asked about if we tasted the limoncello.
Yes. Did you taste it?
My mom came over and I said, "Oh, I got this for you." And she loves it. And she said that is the best she's ever had. Of course, she's only had store bought. She said it by far surpassed it. I tasted it Very, very good. Even Gianni wanted a little taste, and he's like, "Whoa, that's strong. That's strong." And I said,
Yes.
"Put
We've
water
had
in it."
I've every year Tona gives me one for Christmas
Oh,
and
I
on
thank
my
you so
birthday.
much, Tony.
And
So so good.
by the time the next day it's gone.
Yeah,
But it's definitely good, boy. He does
yeah.
some good stuff. We got some shows coming up. All right, we told you about this week. Schiller Park Concert in the Park Thursday, Prime Friday. Saturday, Freddy's in Fox Lake on the Water, 2 to 5, and Sunday Mount Carmel with the Oceans Rat Pack, 3 to 5:30, Kenosha. Next Thursday, the 18th, will be a Berkeley Electric Nights Berkeley concert in the park. On the 20th, we'll be returning to Taverna on Division outside patio. On the 21st, we'll be at Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy. Also joining me will be Lee Stevens celebrating her birthday. I'm excited about that. Positano's on the 25th. Mojo's Jukebox hits Dirty Nelly's on the 29th. I'm going to love that. And also July 31st, we're doing a special concert at Kelly's Roadhouse in Lake Barrington, me and Double T Tony Toto, for the Almost Home Foundation for Dogs. Hosted by Kelly Kane, and it's going to be great for the dogs. Also, when are we going back to Lake Geneva? Very simple. Saturday, August 24th, we'll be at Mars Resort. You thought, if you've never been to Mars regularly, it's a great place.
Yeah. Okay.
When we're there, it is nuts. The folks are there, the dancers are there, people are going ballistic.
I'm gonna book my room. I'm gonna book my room now because I need a room out there.
5 to 8 or 5 to 9. It's going to be great with Jerry Jams and Double T. August 24th. All right, we got some birthdays real fast here. My good friend Izzy Riviera. Izzy, happy birthday! The great singer, former John Waite, former of the Babies and Bad English, the great John Waite. Post Malone turns 28 years old. Bobby Schiff, the great piano player in the city of Chicago. Neil Simon, of course, from The Odd Couple. Calvin Coolidge, former president of the United States. Bill Withers, lean on me when you. Mike Sorrentino, what is he on that stupid show?
Oh, Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore, yes.
The Situation, Mike the Situation.
Mike the Situation. God bless you.
My guilty
Barry
pleasure.
Windham, for all you wrestling fans out there, 64 years old. Carl Nasca, how you doing, Carl? Laura Branigan, Gloria. Big Paulie Castellano, former mafia mob chief that was killed, obviously, by John Gotti. Eddie Felco, Mrs.
Edie
Soprano.
Yeah.
Felke, sorry. P.T. Barnum, one of the great showmen ever. Mary Grievous, our good friend Mary. Happy birthday. Sylvester Stallone, 78 years old. And Burt Ward, better known as Robin with Batman from the TV show in the 60s, 79 years old. Of course, Ringo Starr had a birthday over the weekend. Happy birthday, Ringo. Oh, yeah, guys, don't forget, tomorrow is Wednesday, and my guest is British royalty, the original member, founding member of Hermits Hoymits. That's right, Carl Green will be joining us tomorrow for the full hour. It's going to be fantastic for all British Invasion fans, the great Carl Green. I want to thank Mike and Tracy for hooking that up. Thursday, Laura Ocean will be joining us, and Friday, Pat DeSabo, the owner of the Lyric Theater in Blue Island. It's going to be a great week, guys. And let's get right back to our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, guys. July 11th. Don't forget to go to the Norwich store, and they're going to be the Craftsman number 20 NASCAR car in the parking lot at the Norwich store. That's from 11 to 3, Thursday, July 11th. You can take pictures with the car. They're also going to be doing raffle prizes, and they're going to be grilling. And if you can't make it on Thursday, how about Friday, July 12th at the Warrenville store will be the Craftsman number 20 NASCAR in the parking lot, grilling, raffle prizes as well. You can take photos. Summer deals are happening. 50% off lawn and garden decor. 40% off all outdoor decorative chimes. Patio sets on sale. Lowest prices of the season. And don't forget that the Norwich store has a brand new handyman, licensed and insured for anything you might need, and a display store as well. Our good friends from Ace Hardware, grill your Ace off. Get $20 off any grill purchase. Tell them Tony O sent you. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors. before they were neighborhoods. Carol Brandolino, thank you so much for your time, my dear friend, and thank you for coming Saturday to the Thirsty
Thank
Parent.
you.
We had a great time, and
Yes,
we're going to
thank
do
you.
some more fun stuff. Guys, God bless you, everybody. Don't forget, buy local, shop local, support local establishments and live entertainment. In the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. See you tomorrow with British Invasion, man. Carl Green. I'm excited about that. I'm into something good. Oh, it's going to be good. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good one. Nick Sahajas, take us out.
Oh, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. Peace and love, Ringo says. Peace.